Hey, Sue. Can I ask you something?
What is it, Rose?
Are you taking out the garbage? The other day, when I went over there, you had the garbage piled up, didn't you? You left 2 bags on the balcony. It's really filthy.
Yes, I threw them out already. The last time you came over, I had a headache the day before, so I was in bed. I couldn't take out the garbage, so I left it on the balcony.
Leaving flammable trash on the balcony is unacceptable, even if you keep it outside. Don't lie in bed just because you have a headache. At least take out the garbage. You're not a child anymore.
Sorry.
I shudder to think of Ryan living in such an unsanitary place.
Don't worry, I'm all better now.
Besides,
Yes?
I had a little peek into your bedroom.
You did?
You threw the laundry in there after washing them, didn't you? I saw it. You're so sloppy. I was horrified to think that Ryan is sleeping in there.
It's the same reason. Since I was lying on my bed the day before, I just took it in and left it there for the time being. Ryan said I could rest until my headache gets better, so I took him up on his offer.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Sorry?
You have to think like a normal person. How can it be okay to have a pile of laundry left in the bedroom? If he really said that, he was just trying to be nice. You're his wife, and you don't even realize that much?
Well, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry? Don't say you're sorry. Don't apologize to me. Apologize to him. I'm sure his shirt is all crumpled up.
I did apologize to him. I ironed it and got it all cleaned.
You got it cleaned? We all wear clothes every day, don't we? You should take good care of them, especially the ones you used to go to work. When Ryan was home, I was very thorough. You must be sloppy.
I don't think so. I just happened to have a bad headache and I had to lie down.
You don't have to make an excuse.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, do your duty as a wife. Okay?
Okay.
Sue, you haven't arrived home yet?
Sorry, it took a while to get in and out of the parking lot. I just arrived at the store.
Huh? Are you still there? Why are you such a goof?
Sorry.
The brand new bag I ordered has finally arrived at the store. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Don't you think I should get it as soon as possible?
No, it's not like that. I don't get to come into town very often, so it's hard for me to move smoothly.
You're a useless wife, aren't you?
I'm sorry. I just received the package and I'm on my way to you as soon as I can.
I asked you to come because you have a car. This would have been faster if I'd gone myself.
I guess you're right. I'm sorry I'm no help.
If you have time to apologize, bring it to me quickly. You're not such a goofball at home, are you?
What?
Do you always make Ryan wait for you?
No, I don't think so. I have all the chores done by the time he comes home, and I have the food ready to eat by then. He says he's happy to eat freshly prepared food.
That is your job, isn't it?
What?
That's a wife's duty. I'm just asking if you're doing what's expected of you. You said you're making him happy. You're his wife. You're not a hostess, okay? I'm telling you to do your job as a wife.
Okay.
You're so vague. I think it's getting on my nerves. There's a part of me that can't trust you with Ryan.
I'm sorry.
That I'm sorry annoys me too.
What?
You think you can just apologize and everything will be okay?
No, I'm apologizing because I think what you said is right. If that's what's upsetting you, I apologize. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're saying it and it annoys me a lot.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry? Just deliver the bag as soon as possible. I shouldn't have asked you.
Okay. I'll get it to you as soon as I can.
Hello, Sue. I hope you've been well.
Yes, Ryan and I are both doing well. How are you doing?
Well, I've been thinking a lot.
About what?
You're really a useless wife, aren't you?
Excuse me?
You skip chores when you're sick, and when I ask you for a favor, you're slow. I don't think you're entitled to be Ryan's wife anymore.
How could you? That may be true from your point of view, but I'm doing the best I can for Ryan, and he appreciates me.
That's not good enough.
What do you mean?
He's a sweet young man, so I thought maybe he couldn't say anything to you.
What? I don't think so. He's not the kind of person who would lie.
What? Are you saying I'm lying?
I didn't mean to.
Then what is it? You can't even be a housewife. You're too amateur to talk to me like that.
I'm sorry.
I've been thinking a lot about you being like that.
Okay.
I decided to move in with you to make you more aware of your responsibilities as a wife.
What? Live with who?
Of course, with you guys.
What? You can't just decide something like that. Does Ryan know about this?
I haven't told him anything yet, but he never complains about anything I say. You're the only one who complains.
I'm not complaining. You can't just decide what to do. Our house is small and we can't afford to have you.
It doesn't matter, does it?
What? We don't even have a room for you.
Why don't you guys just vacate the bedroom? Can't you even do that?
Wait a minute. Then where should we sleep?
Why don't you put the futon in the living room?
Oh my, why all of a sudden?
I told you, didn't I? To teach you how to be a wife. I'll teach you well.
But I can't decide on my own if we're going to live together. I'll discuss it with Ryan tonight and get back to you.
Get back to me? No need to do that.
What? Why?
If I say we live together, we live together. You have no authority to give me an order. Since you're married, what I say is absolute.
Wait a minute. Then what are you going to do with your house?
Well, I'm going to sell it.
Selling? It's a very important house your husband left for you, isn't it? Then we can't just decide over text. We should discuss it with Ryan.
I've already talked to the real estate agent.
What? You can't just... Anyway, I'll talk to Ryan first. Please wait until then.
No way.
Excuse me?
The day I'm going to give up the house is coming.
What? When is it?
In a week. So, I'll move there in a week. So you better make a room for me by then.
I can't do that on such short notice. I can't say yes this time.
Well, you don't have a choice. It's a 100% decision to move in together. All you have to do is shut up and do as I say.
Oh my God.
Anyway, I'll be there in a week. Make sure you clean up the house properly. Got it?
I don't know what to say. I'll talk to Ryan.
You're really stubborn. Hey, I just arrived at your house. Why is it locked? I thought I told you that I'm moving in today. What are you thinking? Sue, what are you doing? How long are you going to keep me waiting at the door?
Excuse me? Who said you could move in? I never said you could move in with us. You're just making your own decisions and acting on your own. Neither I nor Ryan agreed to it.
What? What's with that tone? I've already sold my house and sent my belongings here.
I don't know anything about that.
How dare you talk to me like that?
Now I'm really angry. I'm angry at you for making all these decisions, wasting people's time, and being so self-centered.
What?
If you think I'm going to be quiet and do what you say, you're mistaken.
What?
What is this about educating me as a wife? I don't need you to educate me. I can be a good wife to Ryan. My mother taught me a lot to be a good wife.
But that's why I came here, isn't it?
Who asked you to teach me to be a good wife? Who said you could live here with us? You're doing all this on your own.
Well, Sue...
Up until now, I've done everything according to you, trying not to cause any troubles. But I've reached the end of my patience. Why should I have to live with you? And for an extremely unreasonable reason. I haven't been this angry in a long time.
What?
I may look like this, but I have a limit. I wanted to have a good relationship with you. I've been trying to keep my true feelings to myself, but I've reached my limit. I can't forgive your selfishness.
Sue, what are you saying?
Ryan has been tormented by your self-centeredness for a long time. You won't listen to anything he has to say. He said that if he didn't do as you said, you would get very angry with him. He wanted to leave home as soon as possible.
He said that?
When he got married to me and left your house, he said he was really happy. Don't you feel anything for making him feel that way? We are really fed up with you.
Well, what do you mean?
Ryan and I talked it over and moved out.
You did? You moved out?
Yes, that's why the house is vacant now.
Wait a minute. I sold my house to move in with you.
I don't care. It's none of our business. You decided and did it on your own, didn't you? It has nothing to do with us. How on earth could you do such an important thing without a single word of consultation?
That's...
Ryan checked out everything.
What?
It seems you have been spending a lot of money for a long time. I thought it was strange that you could afford expensive bags when you're supposed to be living on a pension.
That's not it. A friend recommended to me and I couldn't say no.
Don't blame mothers.
Well...
There's more than one brand bag, isn't there? I saw several in your closet. It was strange, but I thought it was none of my business. But I heard that you have not gotten rid of your spending habits, and now you are even in debt.
How did you know?
I told you that Ryan looked into it. When he heard that you sold the house, he realized that you couldn't pay your debts, so you sold the house, and he was right.
You found out? Well, that's what happened. I couldn't make living just by pension alone. I've been paying them back from my savings, but I'm running out of money.
No doubt. You sold the house to pay off the debt. You were going to sell the house, pay off the debt, and move in with us, and live without a rent, weren't you?
That's not true.
Yes, it was. That was your plan. Otherwise, there would be no merit in selling the house and moving into that small house. You were trying to take advantage of us to live without spending any money, weren't you? You're unbelievable.
You don't have to say it like that.
You have said many things to me up until now.
I'm sorry.
We don't want to be taken advantage by you. We decided to move out in a hurry.
Moving?
It was Ryan's idea.
Really?
Yes. He said he's had enough of being pushed around by you. That's how trapped he has been for a long time.
He said that?
How does it feel to be abandoned by your own son?
It's sad. Very sad.
He has suffered through many times more sadness than that. Because of the way you kept bossing him around. He didn't know what you might do to him if he went against. He had no choice but to live his life according to your orders.
Ryan, I apologize.
I think it's too late.
Why?
Because we've already moved.
Tell me where it is. I'll have my stuff moved there.
What are you talking about?
What?
Ryan says he doesn't want to live with you pushing him around.
Yes, I know. So I'm going to apologize for what I've done, and I'm going to fix it.
Ryan and I have no intention of living with you.
What?
We have no intention of telling you where we live either.
So that means, what am I supposed to do?
We don't care. I told you to wait while I talked it over with Ryan. And yet, you went ahead with things on your own and barged into the house. Why don't you just continue to live like that, but on your own?
What are you saying? I sold my house, remember? I have nowhere to live.
That's also the result of your selfishness, so it can't be helped, can it? Please find a place to live by yourself.
Wait, I don't even have any money. The money from the sale of my house went to pay off my debts. I'm broke.
I'm so stunned. You were going to move in with us while you were penniless?
Because I have no choice. I'm in more debt than ever.
That's your own fault, isn't it? We had nothing to do with it. And yet you treated me like I was a useless wife and forced me to live with you. And you thought you could live with us for free?
That's...
You're disgraceful. Ryan feels the same way. We talked about it. From now on, we are going to break off the relationship with you.
Break off the relationship? I have only my son since my husband passed away, you know. If my son gives up on me, I'll be alone.
But that's what he wants. He's been through so much that he wants to break up with you. It's your own fault that things turned out this way without a doubt. How you will live your life from now on is totally up to you. We won't get involved anymore.
Don't say that. I'll apologize as much as I can. I'm sorry and I'll fix what's wrong, so please move in with me.
No, I've already decided with Ryan. If you had realized it earlier, none of this would have happened. It's all too late now.
Sue, you're Ryan's wife. Could you convince him? Please?
Don't be so naive.
What?
I told you we discussed it and decided, so my feelings are the same as his. Who would live together with someone like you? Don't be ridiculous.
Sue, have you changed?
This is my original self. While I was with kind and gentle Ryan, I became more cheerful. I haven't snapped like this in a long time because I really thought I couldn't forgive you.
Did you really hate living together so much?
It wasn't just about living together, but about the fact that you were making him suffer so much. What does it tell you that your own son wants to break off the relationship with you? I can't forgive you for making Ryan feel this way.
Oh, well...
Anyway, we've already moved out. Please leave there. If you wait there, we're not coming back.
I have nowhere else to go.
You'll have to find your own place. Ask your relatives. Find a motel. Ask your friends. There are so many ways.
No.
And you have to live on your own from now on. I think you should find a job as soon as possible.
A job? At my age, do I have to work?
Because you are penniless, aren't you? How are you going to live? No one will help you, okay?
Are you really not going to help me? Are you going to abandon me?
I'm sorry, but as it stands, that's what I plan to do. So please find a job so that you can be independent. Then, we will never see each other again. I hope you'll do your best to live your life.
Sue, wait for me. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. I'll make sure I'm sorry, so please move in with me.
Don't be naive. After that, Rose called Ryan several times, but he ignored them all. I guess he didn't want to talk to her anymore. I felt better because I had told her what I had been holding in my heart for a long time. If only I had revealed my true nature to her earlier. I wonder if this would not have happened. But what has happened has happened. She asked her relatives to send her stuff back there, and she did so in tears. When I told them how it happened, they were appalled. For the time being, they are letting her stay at their home. I heard that she has been forced to work part-time to save up money and get out of the house as soon as possible. Well, maybe it's good for her that she doesn't have time to waste money. Ryan and I have gotten used to living in a new house, and we are having a gentle and peaceful time together. Tom, are you home?
Yeah, I'm here.
How's the job hunt going?
That's none of your business.
It's my business. It's a matter of our family's finances. You know, when you quit your last job, you said you'd look for a job right away. Well, it's been over a year.
There's no job that suits me, and the pay is too low. I can't work under that condition.
You don't have a choice, don't you think? We won't be able to make a living.
It's fine because you're working.
What?
You're working, so it's not like we can't make a living.
That's not the point. And you don't even look for a job. You just sit around in an apartment. Then you go out and come home in the morning. Don't you think you're being lazy?
Are you being sarcastic?
I'm not being sarcastic, but if you don't like being told what to do something about it. There's a limit to how much I can make. There's even living expenses for Veronica.
I know that. I don't need to be told every time.
Then do something.
Hey, Kelly.
Hi, Veronica.
Can I ask you to pick up my clothes at the dry cleaning on your lunch break today?
Huh? Dry cleaning is the place near the station, isn't it?
Yes, that's where I always go.
Veronica, I can't do it during my lunch break.
Huh? Can't you do what I say?
I'm at work. It takes 40 minutes from here to the station. It's physically impossible for me to make it there and back in an hour break. I'll swing by on my way home from work.
That will be too late.
Yes?
I'm meeting a friend at 2. I have some clothes I want to wear then.
Then why didn't you pick them up yesterday?
I couldn't go. That's why I'm asking you. Don't you get it?
I'm sorry, but I can't. I'm at work. Isn't Tom home? I'm sure he's free.
You're a bit rough around the edges, aren't you? You want me to ask your husband to run errands for you. I can't do that.
Tom hasn't been working for a year now. I don't know if he's even looking for a job. He spends his daytime chilling, goes out at night and comes home in the morning. Don't you think anything of him for having such a life?
He is looking for a job that he is happy with, okay? It's just that he hasn't found one yet. You're his wife and you can't even understand that much? I feel sorry for him.
No. He hasn't worked for a year. We need money to live. He has to be willing to work as soon as possible.
You're really a shameless wife, aren't you? A wife should serve her mother-in-law and husband so that they can live happily. And yet, you think you're so important that you can tell us what to do.
I have no intention of taking back what I said. I did not say anything wrong. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do.
Fine. You're so sassy. Kelly, may I have a word?
Yes, I'm on my lunch break. Is something wrong?
No, I talked to Tom.
Yes?
I think we're being a little spoiled by you.
Okay. Veronica, what's going on all of a sudden? You're giving me the creeps.
What? I'm feeling sorry, and yet you talk to me like that?
I'm sorry, but you've never said kind words to me before. I'm just surprised.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, I talked with Tom. How about we go on a trip to Hawaii?
What? Are you serious? Tom doesn't have a job, and we don't have money for a trip to Hawaii.
Don't worry about that.
What do you mean?
Of course, I'll pay for it.
Wait a minute. A trip to Hawaii for 3 adults would cost quite a bit, don't you think? Where do you have that kind of money?
I have a little income coming.
Is it legit?
Of course it is. You're so skeptical.
Because Tom is unemployed and you live on a pension. I don't think you have that kind of money.
I'm telling you, I have a little income coming. Let's spend a relaxing, luxurious time at the luxury resort hotel in Hawaii. Especially since you've been working so hard, you need some time to refresh yourself, don't you?
Wow, you don't have to be so considerate of me. It's important money, so let's spend it more thoughtfully.
I've thought it over. And came to this conclusion. I just want you to relax. So it's not such a bad idea, is it?
That's true, but I'm very anxious about money.
You don't have to think about money. All you have to do is relax at the luxury resort hotel in Hawaii. You should just relax and unwind from your daily fatigue.
It sounds something fishy here. I can't believe someone who hated me so much and snubbed me so much to do such a kind thing.
But this is real. Let's take this opportunity to refresh ourselves.
I understand.
Oh, good. So I need you to book a trip for me.
What? But I'm not familiar with Hawaii.
No. Wherever you want to go is fine. You can look up all kinds of things on your phone now, right? I know it's on the screen, so why don't you just pick one and decide anyway?
That's true too.
But I have one condition. It definitely has to be a luxury resort hotel.
What? Veronica, are you sure you can handle the budget?
I told you to leave it to me.
Then I'll find a nice hotel to make you happy.
Yes, please.
Tom, where are you? I can't find Veronica. It's time to leave the hotel. If we're late, we'll miss our flight, so come back to the room.
Oh, hey Kelly. My mom and I are leaving a bit early, so please pay the $10,000 for the hotel.
What? What are you talking about?
We are about to board the plane.
What? I don't understand. What are you talking about?
Just as I said, we already left the hotel and are about to get on the plane. I guess we're leaving a little early.
Huh?
So please pay the hotel bill.
Wait a minute. Veronica said she'll pay?
Why should my mom have to pay $10,000? She's living on a pension, remember?
What? I can't pay $10,000 either.
If you can't pay, go get a live-in job.
Was that your plan all along? Did you have me book a luxury resort hotel in Hawaii with the intention of making me pay for the hotel?
Well, I guess that's what it comes down to, isn't it? You're the only one who works for us. You can pay for it, can't you? I mean, you should be more thoughtful. A wife is supposed to serve her husband and mother-in-law.
What a selfish thing to say.
I don't care what you say. We've already left the hotel. You're the one who has to pay. Hey, Kelly.
Veronica, you lied to me. What on earth is going on? I booked a luxury resort hotel because you said you would cover the expenses, didn't you?
What? Did I say that?
I have a record of it on WhatsApp.
I don't remember that since it's a long time ago. Tom and I thought you would pay for it from the beginning. Thank you so much. Thanks to you, we were refreshed at the luxury resort hotel in Hawaii. I can get on the plane without any regret.
Is that what you've been planning all along?
Oh, what are you talking about? Well, you had a great time in Hawaii too, didn't you? Of course you had a good time. So you're gonna have to pay for it.
I can't believe it.
It was just like I'd expect from a luxury hotel. The stores in the hotel were well stocked. I was allowed to do a lot of shopping. The $10,000 includes the payment for that too.
You guys are really a mother and son. I can't believe you would suggest such an expensive trip without paying a penny.
I'm just saying, you'll take care of the rest, won't you? We'll go home first and relax at home.
I see.
Well, I hope you had a good time too. I'm sure you'll have no regrets about paying up. Take care of the rest.
My pleasure, thank you.
Huh?
I'm prepared to do what I have to do.
You're finally ready to pay? That's good to hear. Hey, how does it feel to be betrayed by your husband and mother-in-law? My mom and I are already home and relaxing.
I see.
You're a pathetic woman, aren't you? In the first place, you're too much of a sassy. Do you think you're the greatest? You're really a miserable woman.
Say what you want. I'm so sick and tired of you and your mother. You don't even have a job. You're playing around with my money. And to top it all off, you teamed up with your mother and cheated on your wife with a trip to a luxury resort hotel in Hawaii. This is enough.
Watch your language. A wife is the lowest rank in the family. It's not your place to tell us what to do.
How dare you, who hasn't worked for over a year and wasting money?
What did you say?
You're even cheating on your wife with my money.
What kind of nonsense are you talking?
Do you think I don't know anything? You bought a lot of brand name products for your lover, didn't you? You've got a lot of guts not to pay a penny.
You knew about this?
Of course. We were together in Hawaii.
If you know, then it's no secret anymore. I'm glad you paid for a lot of brand name stuff she'd be happy to get. I have to appreciate you. Thanks.
You're such a... What kind of person are you? Let me tell you something. You're going to be billed for all of it. $10,000, including hotel charges.
What? What are you talking about? My mother asked you to arrange the trip, didn't she? You made the hotel reservations too, right?
Yes, I did. But the bill comes to the person who made the reservation.
Huh? Are you crazy? You made the reservation, so of course the bill comes to you, right?
I made the reservation, but under your name.
What?
I thought her story sounded very suspicious to me, so I made the reservation under your name. I'm so glad I was tactful at the last minute.
What? What do you mean?
Because there's no way Veronica would have said such kind words to me. She said she discussed it with you, so I made a reservation in your name just in case. I explained the situation to the hotel, and they'll be sure to bill you.
You're kidding, right?
You have no job and she lives on a pension. There's no way you two can afford to pay for a trip to a luxury resort hotel in Hawaii. It's crazy no matter how you look at it.
How could we pay $10,000? I don't have a job.
If you can't afford it, why don't you go back to the hotel and get a live-in job? Just like you said to me.
What the heck?
If you don't, you'll get arrested. Well, I don't care either way.
I can't pay that much money.
Why don't you just ask your mother to pay for it? That was her idea in the first place.
There's no way my mom has that kind of money.
You're right. Someone who doesn't pay any living expenses and spends all her pension for fun. There's no way she can afford to pay $10,000. Then you have to pay.
No, I don't have that kind of money.
If you don't, you'll be guilty of fraud and theft. I guess you'll be arrested after all.
You took the liberty of doing that. I won't allow you to make a reservation in my name without consulting me. You're my wife. It's a wife's duty to help her husband.
Are you kidding me? I am no longer your wife or family. I don't need to help you or Veronica.
What? What are you talking about? Anyway, you paid the $10,000.
I'm not your family anymore. You and I just got divorced.
Huh? Don't make me laugh. You can't just divorce me on your own. I didn't sign any divorce papers. Have you finally lost your mind?
You're the one who's crazy. You don't work, you cheat on your wife, you're unbelievable.
What the heck? Anyway, I didn't sign the divorce papers, so there's no way the divorce is final. Don't be delusional.
I'm not delusional. Don't you remember?
Remember what?
A year ago, just before you quit your job, I caught you cheating on me, remember?
What? Was it?
Don't tell me you've forgotten. At that time, I made a condition in exchange for forgiveness. I said, if you ever cheat on me again, I'll divorce you. And you signed the divorce papers, right? I always kept those divorce papers in my bag. I never knew when you would betray me. In fact, you were acting suspiciously a lot. So, of course, I brought the divorce papers with me on this trip.
Well...
So I arrived at the airport and went straight to the city office. I submitted the divorce papers with your signature on them, and they were accepted without a problem. So the divorce is final.
Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. I don't want a husband like you anymore. You thought I was just a source of income, didn't you? You and your mother. I'm not going to be left behind in Hawaii like that. I'm not going to live with you people anymore.
Wait a minute. I've been unemployed for a year and I don't have a dime. And my mom's been spending her money and we don't have any savings. How am I supposed to pay $10,000?
I don't know. It's none of my business. It was Veronica who suggested the trip. We made arrangements for her to pay for it. I suggested that she reconsider, but she didn't listen. So it's all her fault.
Don't say that. She just lost her mind.
That's not true after she's been snubbing me so much.
Anyway, we can't pay the bills. So let us off the hook this time.
No way, because the divorce has already been finalized. We are no longer related. I couldn't be happier.
Couldn't be happier? How do you expect me to pay for the trip?
Isn't it easy? If you get a job and work, you can pay it in no time. Well, good luck.
Don't say that and do something about it.
I'm a stranger to you now, so I don't have to do anything. From now on, I'm going to use the money for myself. Bye.
Kelly, wait. Hey, Kelly?
Yes?
I spoke to Tom. You are terrible. This is a betrayal.
Huh? Betrayal? You're the one who betrayed me. You told me you'd pay for the trip, and you let me arrange the trip. And then, you leave it to me to pay for it, and then you run off from the hotel? That's something that would take more than ordinary nerve.
Well, I guess Tom and I wanted to take a break.
Don't talk nonsense. You guys are the ones who are taking a break every day. I work so hard every day. I was the one who took care of you and your son, remember? It was me who needed a break.
That's why I planned this luxury resort hotel in Hawaii. I'm sure it was a nice place for you to take a break, wasn't it?
Are you out of your mind? You put the $10,000 payment on me. That's enough. Anyway, it's your son who is responsible for the payment. If he can't pay, you're the one who should help him. I'm a person who has nothing to do with you guys anymore.
Oh no. There's no way we can pay such a large sum of money, just the two of us.
You've been living comfortably until now. I think you two should start working.
What? You want me to work? There's no way I can work now.
Then your son should earn a lot of money and have your son support you.
Oh no, he hasn't worked for a year.
Exactly. Then you have to work too. It would be best for both of you to work and pay back the $10,000.
Oh no.
Oh yes, and I forgot to tell your son. The apartment you guys are living in now was rented under my name, right? I'll be canceling the lease at the end of this month, so you have to vacate the room by then.
What? Are we going to be evicted?
Because we are strangers now. I'm going to sign a new apartment contract, so I'll cancel the contract there. Isn't it natural?
No way. We'll have no place to live.
Why don't you two just look for another apartment? I'm sure there are plenty of places to rent.
No way. How are we going to sign a lease when neither me nor my son has any savings?
I don't care about that. A bank? Or ask a relative for help? I'm sure there are plenty of ways, so you two can talk it over and decide together.
Wait a minute. Don't be cold and help us. We have $10,000 in travel expenses to pay. Of course, it's impossible.
It's all your fault that things turned out this way. Don't ask me to help you. I've had enough of you. I don't want to get involved again. After this conversation, I will block both you and your son.
Don't say that. I apologize for what I have done. I'll do as you say from now on. So, would you please get back together with my son?
No way. I never want to see you guys again. Get out of that apartment. I'll go get my stuff after you leave. Well then, bye.
Wait a minute, Kelly. You have to help us.
Tom and his mother stayed at the apartment for a long time and persisted to stay. They didn't leave even after the deadline, so they were kicked out by the owner. After that, I hurriedly moved all the necessary stuff out of the apartment and finished the move. I heard those two rushed to find jobs. First of all, they had to pay $10,000 for the hotel bill. I heard that they found a factory where they could live and work, and they are working hard there. For now, they've agreed to pay the hotel bill in installments. I guess they will continue to live like this until they finish paying the $10,000. After that, I hope they can move into an apartment or something. But I guess it all depends on the two of them. I am now single and I'm living a very happy life. I am working hard now to make up for the money that those two have spent with my earnings. I'm thinking of going on another trip to Hawaii by myself once I've settled.
Emily, do you have a minute?
Hey Molly, sure, what's up?
I've found someone I want to marry.
What? Really? That's great news. What's he like?
He's a freelancer now.
A freelancer? You're marrying to a freelancer?
Why? Is it bad?
No, I don't think it's bad if it's someone you've decided to marry. But you might want to think a little bit about his job.
What? Are you judging him by his job?
No, I'm not judging him by his job, but I just want to make sure you'll be okay.
What do you mean?
I don't mean it in a bad way. A freelancer can quit anytime he wants, right? It means that you have to make sure that he doesn't suddenly lose his job after getting married. I mean, it's not that I think it's going to happen since he was chosen by you.
What?
What?
Emily, are you making fun of my boyfriend?
No, I'm not making fun of him. I'm just worried about you, Molly.
But you said that on the assumption that he would quit his job, didn't you? Doesn't it mean you're making fun of him?
I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry if I offended you. I'm sorry.
I shouldn't have reported anything to you. Have a great day. Emily.
Hi, Molly. I'm sorry I offended you the other day. It's been bothering me.
It's fine. Anyway, we've decided on a date for the wedding.
Really? That's great.
Of course you'll be there, right?
Of course. So, when's the wedding? I'll have to put it on the schedule.
October 11th.
What? October 11th? Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. It's his birthday. We thought it'd be nice to celebrate our wedding on the same day. We decided on his birthday because there was an opening at the wedding hall on that day.
That's terrible. You didn't forget that day, did you?
Huh?
It's the day of Jason's memorial service, my son.
Was it? Well, I guess our wedding and the memorial service happened to be coincidence. But all the relatives are coming to the wedding.
What?
Well, think about it. Which is more important? My nephew who already passed away or our wedding? You understand, don't you?
I understand that, but I also wanted to attend your wedding. Can't you change the date?
That's impossible. I've already made the reservation. His birthday is still the same. Even if I try to change the date, I'm not sure when we can reserve the wedding hall. And besides, if we change the date now, it would be bad for all the relatives, wouldn't it?
Well, then I can't attend. I have to mourn for Jason.
I see. If that's the way it is, then there's nothing we can do. But as expected, my brother will be there, right?
Well, he was very concerned about the anniversary of Jason's memorial service. I think he probably feels the same way as I do.
I can't believe that. I don't really care whether you attend or not, but I hope he will attend.
I'll talk to him, but...
It seems that my father is going to pay for the whole thing. It's going to be a gorgeous wedding. I've also asked him to provide a few dishes from our restaurant. I'm sure my relatives will be very happy. Too bad you won't be able to attend.
I'm Jason's mother. I want to mourn him for sure. Your father and all the relatives said they would come for the memorial service.
If it weren't for my wedding, they would have gone. But I'm sure they'll all attend the wedding. Because no matter how you look at it, a wedding is more dreamy than the memorial service. Above all, we have a future, don't we?
That's terrible. You don't have to say it like that. I don't think Jason wanted to go to heaven either. He lived his life to the fullest.
But now that he's gone, and our successor is gone...
Molly, can we not talk about that right now?
Oh, it doesn't matter. It's always the same thing. We'll have a baby, so don't worry about the successor.
What?
I know you and my brother plan to take over Father's historic restaurant. I won't let you do that.
Molly, what are you talking about? We are not trying to take over the restaurant. Adam said he's going to succeed his father without a doubt. He's been training hard to be an heir to his father. And now, he's finally getting his father's approval. I've seen Adam struggle, so he is going to be the successor.
Well, even if it's okay with Adam, I'm sure the next successor after that will be my child.
Huh?
My father adores me, and I'm sure he'll adore my kid too. Well, that's after the wedding. It'll happen eventually, so keep that in mind. Your plan fell apart when Jason passed away.
That's really awful.
Emily, I know I'm late, but I have a little research meeting from now.
Really? Well, don't work too hard.
Yeah, I can only do it after the store closes. I'll have to work hard since you've been working hard for us.
But don't push yourself too hard.
What's going on? I usually get longer replies from you. Is something wrong?
It's just, I got a text from Molly. She said the wedding has been decided.
Yeah, my dad's going to pay for it all. It's going to be a very lavish wedding. Thanks to her, we're getting some extra work too. Well, it's my sister's wedding, so it's all good.
I know.
Emily, what's wrong?
Her wedding is on October 11th.
What? Isn't that the same day as Jason's memorial service?
Yes, it is. It happens to be her fiancé's birthday, and she wants to have the wedding on the same day.
What the heck? That's not good. I'm not going to the wedding.
I told her you probably wouldn't go, but she said you, your father, and all your relatives will come to the wedding.
What is she talking about? Does Dad know about this?
I don't know about that, but whatever it is, I won't attend her wedding. On Jason's memorial service, I don't really feel like it.
Yeah, me too. I won't attend either.
And you know what? She also said her child will take over the restaurant in the future.
Huh?
She said she'll definitely have a boy.
Oh my goodness. How much more is she going to annoy you? Anyway, don't worry about Molly. Just go ahead with the preparations for Jason's memorial service. I'm counting on you.
Okay.
Hey, Emily, it's been a while.
Hi, Molly.
Wedding preparations are going well. I'm sorry it fell on the anniversary of Jason's memorial service. Poor Emily, not being able to attend such a beautiful wedding.
You planned it on October 11th on purpose, didn't you?
Hey, that's so rude of you. Who do you think you are?
What?
The whole reason you married my brother in the first place was so you could take over my father's restaurant, wasn't it?
Huh?
If my brother becomes the owner and manager of the restaurant, you'll have an easy life, won't you? And you'll be the wife of a head chef without working. You thought you were going to have such an easy life, didn't you?
I've never thought of it like that. I've seen Adam training hard to be a chef. He's trying to take over the goodwill that his father has carefully protected. I was attracted to his passion.
It's kind of dramatic, isn't it?
And his father also has a lot of trust in him. I've seen him give Adam lots of advice. Sometimes he even scolded severely. But Adam got through those times. Now they've become good partners and working in the kitchen. If there's anything I can do to help, I'd like to support him. I'll even help out when I have to.
See? I knew you were trying to take over. I'm not going to let you take over my father's restaurant.
I'm telling you, I don't think like that at all.
Maybe it's a good thing that such a despicable brother and sister-in-law can't attend the wedding. Please go to the memorial service or whatever. If you want, you don't have to come back to our house.
That's not going to happen. Adam is my husband. I will live with him no matter what.
Ah, yes. But as expected, you can't take over after Adam. Jason is gone, so my child will take over. I'm sure my father, who's thinking of who is going to take over the restaurant, is looking forward to my wedding too. The future owner of the restaurant will be born.
Well, if that's what your father wants, so be it.
You've pushed yourself too hard. You won't be able to attend the wedding, and there's no one to take over. Well, then your plan is ruined, isn't it?
So, is that all you have to say?
What? You suddenly sound like you don't care.
Molly, is that all you have to say? I'm looking forward to the day.
Huh?
If that's all, I'll end the text. I'm busy, you know.
Hey, Emily, what's this all about?
Huh? What's wrong, Molly? It's your wedding today, isn't it?
You did this, didn't you?
Did what?
All my relatives are absent.
Oh, they're all here for Jason. I'm so sorry.
What do you mean?
Well, I asked your father about what we should do about Jason's memorial service and your wedding. Then, your father said he would attend the memorial service. In the end, all the relatives came as well.
Why? I thought they would all come to my wedding. A wedding is much more glamorous than a Buddhist memorial service, isn't it?
It seems your father didn't think your marriage was good.
Why?
He asked your fiancé whether he was interested in helping out the restaurant. He replied, "I'm not interested."
What?
He said he wanted to live a comfortable life and earn money without working.
But isn't that what everyone wants? It's better to live comfortably, of course. That's why you married my brother, right?
That's not true. I'm not interested in having a comfortable, easy life. Your father and Adam cherish their restaurant. Many customers coming to the restaurant that your father and Adam love so much is good enough.
Again? You're talking so nicely. My father paid for my wedding. Doesn't that mean he approves of our marriage?
Your father didn't think so.
What?
He'll pay for the entire wedding and let you have your way. He meant that he doesn't want you to have anything more to do with him or the restaurant.
That's a lie, isn't it?
Since your father feels that way, he had to tell his relatives. He told everyone. Then, they decided to cancel the wedding and come to the memorial service.
How is that possible? It's a shame that none of the relatives came to the wedding.
I guess it can't be helped, can it?
Huh?
Isn't this the result of you doing whatever you want?
That's impossible. It's not too late. You have to convince everyone to come to my wedding.
I can't do that.
Why not?
Because you knew the date of Jason's memorial service and deliberately set the wedding on that day, didn't you? And your father and all your relatives were very angry about that. I don't think they'll be attending your wedding.
Don't be silly. You're my relative and you disrespected my wedding. Why would they prioritize your son's memorial service? Is that even okay with my brother? My wedding is about to be a disaster, and yet you're still trying to prioritize your son's memorial service?
That's because he was my beloved son. He's been thinking about this day for a long time. His feelings should only be towards Jason.
That can't be true. My brother has always loved me. He would definitely be on my side. Fine, I'll call him myself. I'll ask him to divorce you. That's what you're going to do.
If he really wants to do that, then I will. Because I love him with all my heart. I'll do whatever he says.
You said that. Remember that. Hey, Adam. My wedding is in trouble because of Emily. Help me.
Help? What am I supposed to help you with?
Because your wife keeps telling lies. Father or any of our relatives are not coming to the wedding. Now tell them to attend the wedding.
That's what everyone is doing on their own. It's not Emily's fault. How can you say such a terrible thing?
Who's the terrible one here? That woman is trying to take over Father's restaurant. So when I tried to cut her out, she went on doing something nonsense. Adam, I think you should divorce that woman.
Wait a minute. Why is Emily taking over the restaurant? Why should we get a divorce?
So that you can win alone. If she takes over the restaurant and becomes the owner, she can enjoy herself and get rich. Who's going to let her do that? Get a divorce, Adam.
Are you serious? If you're being serious, I won't forgive you. Someone like you who's playing around and being selfish can never understand Emily.
What?
Ever since I decided to take over from Father's restaurant, I can't ruin the restaurant that Father has been protecting. From now on, it's not just for our repeating customers, but also as a place for foreign tourists to dine. I decided to reform the restaurant for the future. Emily visited many restaurants to study how to run such restaurant.
Emily did that?
That's right. And she trained the staff herself so that they can deal with foreigners. Thanks to her, we now have more customers and the restaurant is even more crowded.
That's a lie. That woman just wanted to take over the restaurant and be successful.
You still say that? My father encouraged Emily to become the proprietress because of her ability to handle things. But she turned him down. If she wanted to take over the restaurant, she wouldn't have refused, would she? She really wanted to protect the restaurant, so she worked very hard to do so. And she succeeded.
I can't believe that.
It's no wonder Father trusted her so much. She's not a party girl like you. You're the one who's trying to take over the restaurant. Emily's not like someone who brings in a guy from who knows where and tries to take over the restaurant.
No, I'm not. I'm not trying to take over.
But I heard you told Emily that your child will take over the restaurant. Don't be ridiculous. To the children of people who don't care about restaurant in any way, there's no way I'd let you take over this place.
Then what's going to happen if I have a child?
I don't know. It's your kid, so you can raise it however you want. At least, I don't think Father would accept your child as his successor, because he's fed up with you.
Huh?
Bringing in some freelancer or something. Marrying a man who can't even greet properly. He doesn't want a guy who can't even say hello and make him pay for everything. He's going to break off the relationship with you after the wedding.
Break off the relationship? That's not going to happen.
And by the way, I'm going to break off the relationship with you too. I don't want to be with someone who disrespects my son's memorial service, makes wedding plans. Well, at best, you're going to have to live with him for the rest of your life. Have a wonderful life.
Hey, Adam, wait a minute. Hey, Emily? Yes? Did you have a convincing talk with Adam? Emily, please convince everyone. I can't stand the thought of none of my relatives being here. If you can convince everyone, I'm sure they'll attend. Please? Molly, I'm sorry. Today is a very important day for me. The day Jason passed away. So I can't think of anything else but Jason. I want to mourn him with all my heart and reassure him in heaven. So I can't think about the wedding. Of course, I'm so grateful to everyone who came to the memorial service. But thanking them is all I can do. Don't say that! It's my wedding day! The most important day of my life! Who wouldn't want to make happy memories? That's why I asked you to change the date. But you didn't even try, did you? On top of that, you said something horrible about me taking over your father's restaurant. Even if there wasn't a memorial service, I'm not a person who is capable enough to accept such a request from you. You're the only person I can rely on. My father and brother have cut me off from them. What? It's a big deal to cut you off, isn't it? But that's what you deserve. It's so disgusting that you put a wedding on the same day as your nephew's memorial service. You better be very sorry for what you did today. Emily, please! The reception is about to start. It's not too late. I just finished Jason's memorial service, and I'm on my way to visit his grave now. I'm busy, so I'll leave you with this. Molly, I hope you and your husband are happy together. Emily! In the end, Molly's goal was to take over her father's restaurant, and she planned her wedding on the same day as Jason's memorial service in order to get rid of me. But that plan fell apart. The wedding with no relatives was horrible. Even after the marriage, they never got a decent job. Molly has been working part-time to make a living. Recently, I heard that her husband cheated on her and left the house while she was at work. It sounds like a messy marriage, but that's none of my business. I have just found out that I am pregnant with our long-awaited second child. I don't care about succeeding the restaurant. Anyway, I sincerely hope that the baby will be born healthy and safely. Of course, Adam and my father-in-law feel the same way.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!